Yeah, so everybody done said everything about the album. It's nothing really new I can say about it. Did I enjoy it? Hell yeah. I do want to know how the fuck it went platinum already if it wasn't really for sale, I guess, in a sense yet. I do believe it's just on title and you can get it for free. They put out some link or some shit. So how the fuck is it platinum already? Whatever, that's just another story. But I didn't know what to think when I first went to this album. I knew it was gonna be Hove at his best. I just didn't want Magna Carta Holy Grail again. And I got a lot of new information that I probably didn't know. I didn't know his mom was a lesbian. Shout out to her. I mean, that's very brave in the sense of opening up that to the world. The thing about his granddad, I was like, wow, okay, that's pretty deep. The Beyonce shit, I mean, if you know Hove, like, you know what I mean? You listen to his music, I don't know why the world was so shocked when all they got out this album was that he confirmed he cheated on Beyonce. And I'm like, okay, but never mind. It just shows, I think this album showed the difference between real Jay Z fans and fans that only come around for certain moments, certain songs, certain videos. You know what I mean? Will I say it's a grown up album? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not for everybody. If you listen to mumble rap, you know what I mean? In that world where you only listen to this music, and particularly you look at niggas like Hove, Wayne, Nas, Eminem, like they old, they out the game, get the fuck, move over, it's our time. You look at the game like that, then this ain't for you. You know what I mean? But he did drop a lot of jewels, not only about himself, state of hip hop, what's going on. And it's remarkable in a sense that Hove, he kind of kept his word on a song years ago he dropped. And a nigga was saying something like on the lines of, I'm gonna do this shit till I'm 90. Y'all ain't gonna never be better than me. I think the song was called Wanna Be Like Hove or something like that. And if you look at it from a perspective of a guy that in his younger days did shit, went through shit, and learned from that, and he's basically giving you the game, like he said, I'm giving you a bunch of game, $1 million worth of game for 999. If you look at it in that sense, then yeah. But if you just look at as he's an old nigga, he out of here, fuck is he talking about? Did it ain't really for you. And the main two things I keep saying is the Beyonce shit and all the new mumble rappers going that J. Now, when I started seeing that, I was like, well, shit, he did it again. He been setting trends. You know what I mean? Get rid of the throwbacks, do the button ups, no more rims on your fucking car, no more crystal. He didn't set a lot of trends. So this just falls into him letting you know what ain't really cool. And I think the part they really mad at, it ain't really the money phone shit. It's just how he just put it. We don't call that money over here. If he's it's like a billion. Take it away, he's Jay Z, the greatest rapper all time, whatever the case may be, right? That's debatable and arguable. What I'm saying, if a white guy or let's say a successful black guy that's a billionaire was to tweet something like a picture of the Migos holding stacks of money, the earphone shit, and just put out a tweet, why are y'all getting amused by this? This is not even real money. Not in the sense of it's fake money, but meaning that can be, let's say, 100,000, and he's a billionaire telling you that. He just letting you know that's not really money. You should have higher ambitions to look forward to where you understand money, investing, making your money work for you. You know what I mean? Because in a sense, he could have said some harsher shit, but saying a lot of you niggas that's out now won't be relevant in 5 years. You know what I mean? So I take what he said in stride and realize like he's saying a lot of shit. Like how many of these niggas out now, let's be clear, gonna reach where the fuck he at now? It's momentary shit. And even when Hove was, let's say, 25 or, 21, 22, the money he was getting was still particularly around that range. But once he got into the game and started seeing what real money do, that's basically why he's saying the same fact. That's not money. If you look at the blueprint, listen to that album, and you understand when he doing that, the way he flat like brags about money is different. You know what I mean? And I feel like the newer generation just not understanding that. They just look at him as an old nigga, and it's like, damn, these niggas is crazy. So I just scratched my head. You know what I mean? And I got a lot out this album. You know, particularly some of the production is dope. You know, it's probably maybe one or two songs. I feel like the production was a little bit slow, and it's like, I like the information, but I can't really get into the song. My favorite song is Marcy Me. Just the production. Shout out to the Dream on the end of that record. If nobody paid attention to it, I definitely understood that his upbringing. You know, the whole Kanye shit, I really don't care about. You know, they've been going back and forth. You know, they should have never took their friendship and put it in music. I just feel like with a person like Jay-Z, if a person open a door, he gonna walk through and make his presence known. You know what I mean? So I just always feel like that relationship should have never been on wax. But everything else about the project was dope. 10 records, he kept it, you know, short and sweet. And it should be available this week on iTunes and Apple Music and all that shit. And I even hear a physical copy dropping sometime in the near future with the two tracks from the two clips that was promoted before the album drops. So that's pretty dope. I'd definitely be picking that up. But I mean, it's just a good album. You know, I definitely feel like it's a lot of gems on here if you choose to listen to it. A lot of information if you really soak it up, you know what I mean, and take heed to it. And even Jay himself, when he referenced that he could have bought a property and passed on it, and later on that property, you know, is worth this amount, you know, he's like, damn, feel like a Dumbo, you know, in the sense of when people was talking about the art shit, mainly Drake, and it's like, nigga, I bought that for $1 million. It's worth 10 now. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of things that I feel like if you just take the time, put down the lean, the weed, the drugs, and just open up your mind. Niggas don't read no more. So just listen and understand some of the things that he's saying. And then a sidebar real quick, when niggas was throwing shade at like the Houston rappers and notably Chamillionaire, and remember when he was at the game, motherfuckers was like, how the fuck is he there? Go Google him and see what he did. You know, investments are, you'd be surprised when you invest in some shit and what really can happen. I think somebody else, who was that? Fetty Wap or something like that, invested in something or some along lines of that. I do believe I read something. But I mean, it's just basically, in a nutshell, it's a book of information, but it's an audio book, my bad. You know what I mean? So I fuck with it, man. It's a good album, good body of work. Definitely enjoyed the lyricism. Definitely enjoyed the production. It's Hove, you know what I mean? And I don't know, could he do one more album? You see, I feel like this. At 50 years old, I still feel Jay can do one more to cap this whole career off. What he started with this project, I feel like it's still more to be, you know, said. And I feel like at 50, from this point to then, it's still more information that he probably can deliver. Some niggas won't listen to it. I'm here for it, but I definitely feel at 50, that's where you cut it off at. Because what other artists you know at 50 years old still gonna be rapping, dropping jewels? And let's face it, at the Black Album, he didn't even have to do no more music. He was straight. You know what I mean? But I feel like at 50, one more album, I'll be here to listen to it. You know, it is what it is. But I don't know. I fuck with the album 444. I fuck with it. When it drop, I'm gonna buy it and all that good shit. So it's just what I thought about it. You know, people going crazy over it, dissing this nigga. How the fuck do you diss Jay-Z? You know what I mean? He made the shit cool to do certain things that if it wasn't for him, that shit wouldn't be cool. You know what I mean? But that's just, I don't know, the music business, I guess. I'm out of here.